Anthony Hughes was born on August 26, 1959, in Madison, Wisconsin. He was a son to Shirley Hughes, who was teaching Bible lessons at the local church. Tony became deaf in early childhood due to the side effects of medication. He was also mute. Growing up, Tony learned to read lips. He communicated in sign language and wrote notes. He always had a notebook and pen with him. As a child, Tony attended the Arkansas School for the Deaf in Little Rock, and his mother Shirley said the time at the school made a big impact on her son. "He learned a lot of things here," she recalled. "He learned how to use sign language here and taught us all how to sign a little bit." After graduating from Wisconsin School for the Deaf, Tony moved to attending to college in Madison and to break into the fashion and modeling industry. He was also working at United Plastics Corporation at the time, earning $7 an hour. His mother described Tony as cheerful, outgoing, and someone who loved to help others and make friends. His sister, Barbara Hughes Holt, described her brother as a party person who loved to dance. "Tony wasn't one that you could fool. He wasn't a naive person at all," she said. In May 1991, Tony decided to visit his family and friends in Milwaukee. On May 24, Tony went to a gay bar called Club 219. He met Dahmer there. Tony asked 3 friends to give him a ride to Dahmer's apartment. He and Dahmer sat in the back seat writing notes to each other. Tony wanted to bring the whole company in for drinks at the apartment, but Dahmer indicated that he was inviting Tony by himself. Tony then relayed this information to his friends in sign language, and they understood the situation well enough. "He did not seem at all afraid of Dahmer," said Brian Masters in his book titled The Shrine of Jeffrey Dahmer. Once Tony was inside Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment, Dahmer drugged him and then strangled him to death. He was left to lie on Dahmer's bedroom floor for days. Tony's body was then reportedly dissolved in acid, and Dahmer kept his skull. Building manager Sopa Princeville confronted Dahmer over the smell emanating from his apartment. The Netflix show depicts a romantic relationship between Jeffrey Dahmer and Tony before the murder. However, there's no real-life indication of this actually happening. At first, when he didn't stop at his family home, his mom thought he'd just get back to Madison without saying goodbye to them. They only started to worry when Tony's boss called them and asked why he didn't show up for work. It was completely unlike Tony, and the family knew immediately that something was wrong. They immediately reported his disappearance and began handing out flyers with Tony's picture on the streets of Milwaukee. When the world heard about Dahmer's crimes, Tony's family feared that he might be one of his victims. Tony's sister, Barbara Hughes Holt, waiting to hear whether her brother was among the bodies found, expressed her feelings to the Associated Press. "It's scary. Just fearing that one of those bodies could be my brother is real scary. In the back of my mind, I always thought that it would have to be something awful that happened." Tony's bones were found in Dahmer's apartment upon his arrest. Shirley Hughes, along with other victims' family members, spoke during Dahmer's trial in 1992. Her victim impact statement took the form of a poem written by her son's friend, and told from his perspective as he was dying and after his death. "Why am I a victim in your cruel and rueful world? Although I can't communicate with a loud voice, listen to me anyway. Try to have mercy on my moans. Look at the tears rolling down my face, see that each one is a cry for help, and realize they are a sign showing you that I want to live. Mom, I'm gone. My hope, my breath, my want to live have been taken away from me unwillingly and emotionally. I know that there's a dagger piercing your heart day and night because of this, but yet I'm not far away. When you get cold, I wrap my arms around you to warm you. If you get sad, I softly grab your heart and cheer you up. If you smile, I'll smile right along with you, and when you're happy, I'll know it. When you cry, take one teardrop and place it outside your window ledge, and when I pass by, I'll exchange it for one of mine. 2 fingers and 1 thumb, Mom. 2 fingers and 1 thumb means I love you in sign language." She also spoke directly to Dahmer. "I just wanted to say to Jeffrey Dahmer that he doesn't know the pain, the loss, and the mental state he put our family in." Shirley hasn't publicly spoken much about Tony, however, after Dahmer was charged with the murders in 1992, she told United Press International about the relief she felt after finding out the truth behind her son's disappearance. "At the time," she said, "it hurts. I shed tears. They're not tears of sorrow, and it's not disbelief in the Lord. The tears are tears of hurt because it hurts. It hurts real bad. But you have to trust and pray and just keep going day by day." Tony's sister Barbara named her daughter, Tony's niece, after him. She said that she named her daughter after him because they wanted to keep a memory of Tony in the niece he would never get to see. At the end of 2022, Netflix released a documentary miniseries called Monster, the story of Jeffrey Dahmer. The series caused a lot of controversy and upset the families of the victims, including Tony Hughes' mother. Shirley Hughes said no one from Netflix reached out to the family before the series became available. Now family said they are reliving the trauma from Tony Hughes' murder. She said that she has not watched all of the episodes, but said that the murder of her son didn't happen like that. In a phone call to the publication, Shirley said, "I don't see how they can do that," before adding that it was difficult to talk about her son's murder and ending the call. She said, "I don't see how they can use our names and putting out that stuff out that like there. When can we just let him rest?" Consuela Hunter, Tony's niece, said, "We want to rest." The Arkansas School for the Deaf, in which was Tony studying, reached out to Tony's niece after KRK4 News aired a story about the family's reaction to a new Netflix series portraying him. The school representative said there were photographs and documents from his time at the school and wanted to share them with the family. "Just being able to look back on his life as a person, not a victim, is amazing," Consuela said. Tony was 31 when he died. If he was alive, he would be 64 today.